Okay, so today we're going to talk about building a personal brand and how to do it. Everything that is connected with doing is called procedures. When we talk about procedures, we usually say firstly, secondly, and so on. But as we have already learned so much about basic thinking operations, we will also be using advantages and disadvantages. And when you work at your presentation of the personal brand, I recommend you to structure your talk and to start with the phrases, to sequence the ideas, to sum up, and if you need, you may use the fillers as well. So let's start with what a personal brand is. Lian, what is a personal brand? Just a couple of words.
Personal brand is something that can make the person recognizable.
Very good. That make you stand out of the crowd. Yeah, and of course, personal branding is not for everyone. Very quickly, Ira, who is? Just don't enumerate. But who should, in academic setting, who should have a personal brand?
A person who wants to be well known and sell his or her product.
Yeah, so or sell consultations as well, but consultations may be a product. Yeah? And we usually think of people who don't need a personal brand. They are usually the people who shouldn't be in public, yeah, or who don't like being in public. Branding, and not only personal branding, has its advantages and disadvantages. And we may use the visual like this and talk about advantages and disadvantages. But to make it better, we may think of different categories, and we may use special phrases for talking about advantages and disadvantages. Let's try. What are the advantages of branding, Len? And use like this.
An important advantage of branding is providing unique
in terms of identity, yeah, because we have the category. In terms of identity is
provides unique identity to the products. However,
yeah, very good.
Disadvantage is
you can just use however. However, it can be hard to find out, meaning that unique identity is not that easy to find out. Here, tell us about introducing a new product. And listing already, yeah? Another major advantage.
And another major advantage of branding in terms of introducing a new product is that it is easy to launch the product.
However, yeah, or the drawback, the negative side of it is.
But an argument against it is that it requires huge investment.
Very good. Yeah, and also we see that it requires much effort. Also, usually the appropriateness. Yeah, I think here no, it's still investment. It requires much effort, probably. Yeah, but in general, from this table, we understand that personal branding is hard. So now let's quickly, when you talk about your own brand, you have to think why you are doing it for, or what for you're doing it. So here we go back to Dill's pyramid and we think of the assessment of what we are doing in general. For this, we need to understand what we have, what we do, how do I choose it, what choices I have in life, what I believe in, and it brings us to the higher understanding of what we're doing, the purpose. Again, if you're a teacher, you can advertise any aspects of what you are doing. If you are advertising new materials, probably here the purpose will be not to sell them, but to develop some skills in your customers or their students. So, and firstly, again, talking about procedures, we understand what the brand is and what questions we ask before we start building a brand. Step number 2 is after we have understood our values and what we are doing, we need to define other important aspects. Who our audience is, how we are going to attract them, and what is very important, where we are going to do it. So, and usually branding is made on social nets. And very quickly, what is the social net do you think is most popular for personal branding? Len, in your opinion? Would you use Facebook or you would rather use Instagram?
Instagram, I think, more popular than Facebook, but Facebook is also popular network for personal branding.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that here should be both Instagram and Facebook, but still you may combine. And when we think of the personal branding, we do the steps. Target audience, it is very important. The suitable social platform, then the content you're going to produce. For this, you ask who you are and what you're going to do. Then how you're going to engage your audience, what you're going to do with this, and analytics, but this is hard. We won't be doing it. So with all these steps, please tell next time how you can create your personal brand and analyze the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that your personal brand may have. And that's it for your task. And I am stopping the video. Thank you.